is in full effect. This is going to be this. For those of you that don't know, this is a shock cover for an RC. More specifically, a Traxxas Max. This little guy right here is a coat hanger thing. Goes on the wall, it's printed at 100%, and you hang coats and stuff on it. Now, that would be pretty nice if I could do something like that. It's kind of what I was thinking about. These are 3D printed, the rims. The tires are just cheap tires that I bought for, I think, a CR24 or CR18 micro crawler or whatever. These turned out fantastic. Then over here, this is a stand that I made for my Tello. Works perfect. Great place to store it. No issues whatsoever. This is an unfinished project as of yet. It is a Emf meter. I was kind of implementing my own design in this. This one has a range on it. We was going to make it a little bit of a kind of sensitive at a longer range than what a normal one runs, but I don't know. Haven't finished it, haven't really wanted to work on it for a while, so it's kind of just sitting to the side. In here, we have our bin full of things that's been printed and not printed, and, you know, done bad. These are axle housings for, I believe, a Barrage 24. Or, I'm sorry, not a Barrage 24, Barrage 12 scale. This is another set of the axles for it. This is the other side of that one. And yet another one. And there should be another one in here somewhere. I don't know where it's at right now. These are what you call den rails. They get put on the wall and they hold up the little bins that you may have. I've taken one of them down that I actually printed. Or no, I'm sorry, this isn't the printed one, this is the one that I bought. Some of these are printed throughout here, some of them I bought because I ran out of those, so I just printed my own, and they work fantastic. Alright, here is, wow, another housing. I didn't realize I printed so many of those. Then I have some of these. These were small. I didn't really include them on my Etsy shop because they're so tiny. These are C-hubs, or whatever you call those, for an RC car. I actually had some of these on my Slash for a minute, and they work fantastic. They work awesome. Have a gear. This is a pinion that I made. Haven't tried it yet, but you know, it looks tough enough to actually work. What else do we have in here? We have some of these guys. These are steering knuckles, I believe. These are all 10 scale parts, I do believe. Here is another gear, except for this one's a spur gear. Traxxas setup, I do believe. This is a SCX10 chew bumper, I believe. And then we have another one here. And then more steering knuckles, another pinion. Let me see, we got another bumper here for the SCX10. This has not been cleaned up yet. I was originally going to use it, decided to go bumperless. These are part of a stand. Never really finished it. I got a bunch of them in here that Didn't really do much with. Here's the other side of the finger sights. Here's the middle finger sights. So, hope no little kids are watching. I don't want to get in trouble. But as you can see, the rail size is kind of small. So with the rail size being so small, this is just my airsoft gun. I don't think it'll fit. I think that's the whole reason why I didn't use them. I have a little Picatinny rail right here, but as you can see, it's just too small. I don't know what rail size that fits. These are ones that I just grabbed off of Thingiverse, and these are kind of small, so I don't know what they would fit on, but they don't fit on a normal size Picatinny rail, because this is all standard size. This is not small or bigger. This is standard size. Alright, digging a little further, we have wheel hexes here. Some of these work, some of them don't. And as you can see, they got like numbers on the side telling you how long they are, not how wide. These I just printed at like 30%, so they're not really strong enough to hold up. I was just testing sizes. These are the pins and stuff that go with the normal size sights, but as you can see, they kind of suck, so I never use them. And I got a bunch of them down there I tried to print and make work. I don't even sell them with my parts on the Etsy store. So these are just some of the things that I've been working on. Obviously I'm working on others right there, and I have here's some of the finished products that I actually sell. This is all filament for my 3D pen. These are arms for a Traxxas / Stampede, I do believe. This is a bumper that I made for the SCX-10-2. Don't know if I'm going to sell that yet or not. These are fan stands or whatever for your motor for like an A-scale BLX setup is what I printed them for. Actually work pretty good. Those are one side of those rails. And then here's the full size of that. The other piece that I had goes on the other side here, and you use a screw and a nut to fasten it down. Another arm. What else we have here? These sell pretty good. They're Punisher hand stops, full size Picatinny rail, and again you just put a screw and a nut in there and tighten them down a little bit and you're good to go. That's about it for really what I've been working on. So that's kind of what we have here for the shop, and everything's been rolling pretty good on a 3D printer. I just typically use, this is the only printer I have. It's a Ender 3 Pro, and I actually have an extruder upgrade coming here soon that's supposed to eliminate all the clogging and stuff, so we're going to give it a shot, see how well it does. It was fairly cheap, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And then we got some other upgrades that I want to try later. This is what I use for my 3D print when I want to print something on that. I just basically print it on this surface, and there's the pin in the background there, the yellow one right there. So basically what you do is you would put your filament and stuff in after it heats up, and you just write like you would, anything else. But remember, like if you're making a 3D object, you got to kind of do it like if you're making a guy or whatever, like an action figure or a post or something. Just make little circles or whatever and bring it up. That's how you get your dimension out of it. And then what you do is you take something like this guy right here. This is what I like to use. It is an old wood burner that I don't use for wood burning anymore. And you just heat up the plastic and it melts, and you kind of reshape it after you print it. It works out fantastic. Then you could, take and burn little designs in it if you want. You can paint it, whatever you want to do. All I usually do is just smooth out, the areas that are rough. Like, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but this has got a little rough areas to it. I'll probably take and smooth that out before I give it to somebody. Just makes it look better. Some people like the roughage look, so I usually ask before I do anything. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's a pretty easy process. Takes a long time. That's again another hobby that I have, so pretty happy to be doing it. I really enjoy it. Some of the things I make on my own. Some things I download the files and just print them. But yeah, it's I got an Etsy shop. And the Etsy shop is Crack 3DRC if you want to check it out. Some of the things that I print are, by custom order. Like for example, I made the same guy I'm working on these for. I made some Traxxas Max bumpers. And we did a custom order for it because I don't actually have those on the shop. If I put things like that on the shop, I'm afraid somebody like, big name Traxxas Arm or whatever, they might have a problem with that. So I don't mention it on there. But if anybody wants something printed, we can custom make something. Obviously it wouldn't be a Traxxas part. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. So that's a look at what I 3D print. Like I said, if you want to check out the Etsy shop, it's just search out Crack 3DRC and it'll pop up. I only have 5 or 6 different things on there. Most of my work is custom orders, so just get a hold of me, crack3drc@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.